The Bible is a book filled with fascinating stories, moral lessons, and enigmatic figures. Few are as intriguing as the Nephilim. These mysterious beings, mentioned only a handful of times in the Old Testament, have captured the imagination of readers for centuries. But who were the Nephilim, and why are they such a source of fascination and debate? The term Nephilim itself is shrouded in mystery. It appears in Genesis chapter 6 verse 4 and Numbers chapter 13 verse 33, often translated as giants or fallen ones. These verses describe the Nephilim as powerful beings who roamed the earth in ancient times, inspiring both awe and fear. The Bible recounts their presence before the Great Flood and their continued existence even after the deluge. The ambiguity of the biblical text has led to a variety of interpretations over the centuries. Were the Nephilim divine beings, the offspring of angels and humans? Were they the descendants of a cursed lineage, doomed to a life of violence and wickedness? Or were they simply a powerful and formidable people, remembered through generations of oral tradition and embellished over time? The mystery of the Nephilim continues to fascinate us today. Their story, though shrouded in the mists of time, offers a glimpse into the rich tapestry of ancient beliefs and the enduring power of myth and legend. As we delve deeper into the various interpretations and examine the evidence, we may find that the truth about the Nephilim is even more complex and intriguing than we ever imagined. One of the most captivating interpretations of the Nephilim identifies them as the offspring of fallen angels and human women. This theory, rooted in ancient Jewish and Christian tradition, finds support in extra-biblical texts like the Book of Enoch and the Book of Jubilees. These texts elaborate on the Genesis narrative, describing rebellious angels who descended to earth and took human wives, producing a race of powerful and corrupt giants. The Book of Enoch, in particular, paints a vivid picture of these fallen angels, known as the Watchers. They are depicted as celestial beings who abandoned their heavenly posts, lusting after human women and teaching them forbidden knowledge. The offspring of these unions, the Nephilim, are portrayed as monstrous giants who wreaked havoc on earth, their wickedness ultimately leading to the Great Flood. This interpretation gained further traction through the writings of early church fathers like Tertullian and Lactantius, who saw the Nephilim as evidence of angelic transgression and the inherent sinfulness of humanity. The allure of this theory lies in its dramatic themes of cosmic rebellion, divine judgment, and the blurring of boundaries between the heavenly and earthly realms. However, this interpretation is not without its critics. Some scholars argue that it relies heavily on extra-biblical sources, and that the biblical text itself does not explicitly state that the sons of God in Genesis chapter 6 verse 4 are angels. Additionally, Jesus' statement that angels do not marry, found in Matthew chapter 22 verse 30, is often cited as evidence against this theory. Despite these criticisms, the fallen angel theory remains a popular and enduring interpretation of the Nephilim. Its influence can be seen in art, literature, and popular culture, where the image of fallen angels and their giant offspring continues to captivate our imaginations. An alternative interpretation of the Nephilim proposes that they were not the offspring of angels, but rather the descendants of Seth and Cain, the sons of Adam and Eve. This view, found in certain Jewish and Christian traditions, suggests that the sons of God in Genesis chapter 6 verse 4 were the righteous descendants of Seth, while the daughters of men were the descendants of the cursed line of Cain. According to this interpretation, the intermarriage between the descendants of Seth and Cain led to the corruption of the righteous line and the emergence of a wicked and powerful race, the Nephilim. This interpretation draws on the biblical narrative of Cain, who was cursed by God after murdering his brother Abel. It suggests that Cain's descendants inherited his wickedness, and that their union with the descendants of Seth brought about a moral decline that culminated in the need for divine judgment. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church, for instance, holds to this interpretation, seeing the Nephilim as a product of the mingling of righteous and unrighteous bloodlines. This view emphasizes the importance of maintaining spiritual purity and the potential consequences of straying from God's commands. While this interpretation lacks the dramatic flair of the fallen angel theory, it offers a more grounded explanation within the context of the biblical narrative. It highlights the themes of sin, judgment, and the consequences of disobedience that run throughout the Old Testament. Moving away from supernatural explanations, some scholars propose a more grounded interpretation of the Nephilim. They were simply elite warriors or rulers of ancient times. This view, championed by scholars like Brand et al., in 2023 argues that the Nephilim were not necessarily giants in a literal sense, but were instead renowned for their strength, skill, and military prowess. This interpretation emphasizes the cultural context of the ancient Near East, where stories of powerful warriors and kings were common. In such a world, it is plausible that the Nephilim were not supernatural beings, but rather extraordinary humans whose exploits became legendary over time. Their reputation as giants, in this view, could be a result of exaggeration and the tendency to mythologize historical figures. This interpretation finds support in the work of scholar Ellen White, who suggests that the Nephilim's narrative purpose is to die so that God's chosen people, the underdogs, could prevail. This aligns with the overarching theme of the Old Testament, which often depicts God granting victory to the faithful despite being outnumbered or outmatched. The warrior interpretation offers a more historically grounded and less fantastical explanation for the Nephilim. It reminds us that even within ancient texts, there is room for nuanced interpretations that consider the social, cultural, and political realities of the time. In the realm of archaeology, the search for evidence of the Nephilim has been both fascinating and controversial. Many ancient texts and artifacts hint at their existence, but concrete proof remains elusive. Scholars and enthusiasts alike scour historical sites, hoping to uncover relics that might shed light on these enigmatic beings. While some findings are tantalizing, they often raise more questions than answers. The quest for understanding the Nephilim continues, blending science, history, and mythology in an ongoing journey of discovery. Throughout history, the Nephilim have appeared in various cultures and mythologies, from ancient Mesopotamia to the legends of the Americas. These mysterious beings have captivated the human imagination. Their presence in different traditions suggests a common thread, a shared fascination with the idea of giants or divine beings interacting with humanity. It's intriguing to see how similar stories emerge independently across the world, hinting at a deeper, perhaps universal, archetype. As we delve deeper into the enigma of the Nephilim, we encounter a complex web of interpretations and theories. Some scholars suggest they were literal giants, while others propose symbolic meanings. The texts and artifacts left behind offer tantalizing clues but no definitive answers. It's a puzzle that invites both scholarly debate and imaginative speculation. The more we learn, the more questions arise, making the Nephilim a perpetual mystery that continues to challenge our understanding. Understanding the Nephilim requires placing them within the broader context of the cultures that spoke of them. The ancient texts, whether religious or mythological, reflect the values, fears, and aspirations of their time. By examining the societal and historical backdrop, we can gain insights into why the Nephilim were such compelling figures. They serve as a mirror, reflecting the hopes and anxieties of the civilizations that created these stories. The Nephilim remain an enduring mystery, a testament to the human fascination with the unknown. Their legacy continues to inspire curiosity and wonder, bridging the gap between ancient mythology and modern inquiry. Whether viewed as literal beings or symbolic figures, the Nephilim challenge us to explore the boundaries of our knowledge and imagination. In the end, they remind us that some mysteries are meant to endure, inviting each generation to ponder their secrets anew.